Good morning from day 2 in Disneyland Paris. We are finally well rested.
Yes, I don't want to say that we lost our groove and got our groove back, but I think yesterday our groove was a little diminished.
Yeah, we were just so exhausted. But looking forward to today. Today we're going to Disney Studios Park. Extra Magic Hour is at 8:30 today. Park opens at 9:30, so since we're staying on property, we get to go in an extra hour earlier, which is nice.
I know we had talked about the AC problems yesterday.
Yes.
But after some research, it seems like this is kind of it when it comes to the AC here. So basically this is the European style. We're not used to it because we're Americans.
Right. We are spoiled with the
who like
air conditioning everywhere, but opened the windows last night to let some of the cooler air in.
Closed it while we were sleeping so bugs didn't come in and crawl up our noses or whatever.
So.
And the bed was fine.
Yeah.
I think the pillows were fine. There were a couple that were like a little wacky.
Mm-hmm.
But overall, I think this bed is probably at least moderate level. It's not the value level.
No, it's definitely not the value beds.
Those are not his favorite at all.
Right. But yeah, started the morning with a cup of the coffee from the complimentary coffee that we have here in the room. Fantastic.
We also learned that.
Yes, it does say complimentary tray. Fantastic coffee. Probably the best in-room coffee that I've ever had. So, something to note there.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so now we're heading off to Studios Park for Crush's Coaster and Avengers Campus. And
I have my C-bands on.
Yes, and just a fun day ahead, so let's go. And our first ride of the day was the biggest ride in Disney Studios Park, which is Crush's Coaster. This ride was super cute. We waited about 70 minutes for this one, and this was definitely the longest wait we had the entire time at Disneyland Paris. The queue here was super fun with different posters for Finding Nemo. I also really liked the loading area here to be kind of like on a dock. Most of the thrill rides in Disneyland Paris do not allow for filming, so we were not able to film this one, but I did really like the queue area, and the ride was super fun, mostly in the dark, but you were riding on a little turtle shell. And after Crush's Coaster, we headed over to the Cars Road Trip, which is basically the Disneyland Paris version of a beloved classic from Walt Disney World, the Backlot Tour, with a bit of a twist. This one has a Cars theme to it, and it was super fun. So enjoy Cars Road Trip.
Votre guide pour vous faire découvrir la route 66 en compagnie de mon ami Rose Ramirez. Thanks, Sally. I'm so excited to check out Route 66 with you. I'm ready to meet it, greet it, and defeat it. Oh là, Rose! Sur la route 66, on prend son temps et on s'abandonne au plaisir de rouler. Oh, right. Slow it down. Relax. Hey! Is that a giant button up ahead? Oui, le plus gros écrou d'eau du monde. Hey Sally, why were all those crazy things built along Route 66? Les attractions au bord de la route ont été construites pour divertir les voyageurs. Le garage, fantôme! Oh, the ghost garage? I'd be dying to get out. Hey, it's the Copper Canyon traffic maze. I've been there. Wow, tu as réussi à sortir du labyrinthe. It was amazing. Je suis irrésistiblement attirée par la vieille mine de magnétique. Don't drive in there unless your bumper's on good and tight. Et pour finir, le canyon de Catastrophe. We're driving into Catastrophe Canyon? Oui, une merveille. Tout ce qu'il y a de moins naturel secoué par des microséismes toutes les 5 minutes. What? The canyon has an aftershock every few minutes? Oui. That's awesome!
Et on garde la tête à l'intérieur du tramway. Keep your head inside the tram, please.
Canyon is so beautiful and calm. Seulement en apparence. Wow, pile à l'heure. That was incredible! C'est très beau! Au revoir! Hey! Il a dit que Martin allait dévoiler sa dernière classe artistique. I've never seen his art. What's it like? J'ai des photos des œuvres d'art de Martin. Martin a sculpté une reproduction du mont Rounoir représentant quelques-uns de ses amis. Wow! There's a Mr. McQueen, Doc Hudson, and even Vader! The Great White Wall of China. Martin se mesure au plus grand. Une de mes créations préférées est sa statue de Lizzie. Oh, I can't wait to see what Mater's done now. Oh, je vois Martin là-bas. Oh, Mater, you made your own Eiffel Tower? I love it.
Nous apprécions mon hommage à la ville phare. Avec ma tour à fioul. C'est un petit bout de Paris qui est garé au bord de la
This is your masterpiece, man. The Eiffel Tower.
Ah, mes amis, c'est ainsi que se termine notre petite expédition sur la route 66. It was amazing! Et maintenant, profitez et faites un beau voyage sur la route de la vie. Route 66 was so much fun. Now I just want us all to go back and meet it, read it, and repeat it. À bientôt! Bye everybody! Take care!
After Cars Road Trip, we headed over to the Toy Story area of the Disney Studios Park, and this was super cute theming, very reminiscent of Andy's Backyard in Hollywood Studios. But there are 3 rides in this section, the first of which was Slinky Dog's Zigzag Spin, which was kind of a Slinky chasing his tail type of ride. The concept of the ride is basically a board game, and you are creating the spinner, which is the Slinky Dog. The other rides in this area was the Toy Soldiers Parachute Drop, which was closed at the time that we visited, as well as the RC Racer, which looked like a lot of fun, but we did not go on this one because the line was a little bit long. And the last component of the Worlds of Pixar area in Disney Studios Park is the Ratatouille area. And this was very reminiscent of the Ratatouille area in Epcot in Walt Disney World. And the Ratatouille ride is exactly the same, so we did not go on this one because it also had a fairly long wait. So then it was time to head out of the Worlds of Pixar area of the park, but we first had to get a snack, so we picked up a pretzel du fromage from the Ratatouille area and the French area. This was €5 and very, very good, but very different from the soft pretzels we have in the US. And we also got a L'Eclair du Ranger, so a Buzz Lightyear themed eclair with a hazelnut chocolate filling, which was phenomenal. Probably the best eclair I've ever had. And this was also €5, but they had a special that if you got the eclair and a drink, it was only €7. And next up was time to head over to Avengers Campus, which was by far our favorite area of the Disney Studios Park. The theming here was just incredible, anywhere from Spider-Man to Pym. That we saw Thor and Loki and Iron Man and Doctor Strange and just so many characters walking around, which made the experience all that more magical. And our first stop over here was actually a character meet and greet, so we scheduled in advance a time to meet Spider-Man, which was so much fun. Definitely didn't expect Spider-Man with a French accent, but so that was a fun little twist.
Salutations mortelles! Allez, approche mon frère. Ne sois pas timide, don't be shy.
Oh, please, I'm just not as enthusiastic when meeting your short-sighted followers.
Loki, ne sois pas amer comme ça, mon frère. Regarde, il se pourrait que certains d'entre eux ici soient sensibles à tes charmes. Enfin, tes charmes. Si on peut appeler ça comme ça. Est-ce que, parmi vous, les amis, il y aurait des fans de mon frère Loki?
Before lunch, it was time to ride one of the rides that I was most excited for, and this was Avengers Flight Force. And this is essentially Rock and Roller Coaster, but with an Avengers theme. So similar track and similar concept, but led by Tony Stark and Captain Marvel. And similar to Crush's Coaster, I was not able to film on this ride. However, I will say the animatronic in the queue was so cool, so advanced, of Iron Man. It was time to head for lunch. So for lunch, we dined at PYM Kitchen, which was themed to Ant-Man and focused on foods being either very small or very large. Very fun concept, and the food here was incredible. So much better than the food at Downtown Restaurant. I will say, though, that the desserts here were not quite as good as the desserts at Downtown Restaurant. But you start your meal with a giant pretzel for the table, and then you have time to just dig into the lovely buffet offerings. And after lunch, it was time to ride what ended up being our favorite ride, which was Spider-Man Web Slinger. And this ride was so fun. I really enjoyed the posters in line for this one because they were alternating. Everyone was in French or English. There were a lot of small references to the movies, including a hoodie with the logo for his high school. And we also really enjoyed that the pre-show here was in French. However, it had English subtitles, which was very, very helpful and very much appreciated. After learning about our mission, it was time to board our ride. And this is basically a 3D ride where you use your hands to try to capture all of the spider bots. Very reminiscent of Toy Story Midway Mania as far as like a minigame-esque feeling. However, you use your hands to shoot your webs, which was quite the arm workout. And after completing Avengers Campus, it was time to see all the shows that Disney Studios had to offer. So first up was Stitch Live, which was basically Turtle Talk with Crush, but Stitch, and it really wasn't too great. But I will say next door was the far superior one, and this was the Disney Junior Dream Factory in Studio D. When you compare this to the Disney Junior Dance Party that we have in Hollywood Studios, there is no comparison. This was a massive theater, and the show was just super fun, super imaginative, and really just an original show, which is just great to see.
Tout le monde veut sa petite visite guidée aujourd'hui. Let's go, Spark, si tu n'étais pas aussi timide, quel serait ton rêve? If I were outside, I dream of being a rockstar. Attends, j'ai une amie avec des rêves monstrueux comme être une rockstar.
Elle était une vampire de Transylvanie. Les monstres étaient de merveilleux poissons. Mais elle est partie pour changer de vie. Ce fut un vrai choc de culture chez les humains.
Où est-ce que tu te caches?
Excuse me, Miss Mallet, but I think I might know who it is.
What? But I run a factory, I don't have time to dream. Je suis pas trop occupée à faire fonctionner cette fabrique pour rêver, je ne sais même pas ce que serait mon rêve. Can you help me find my dream? But until next time,
Of course we can help. For you, my dear, we'll need a whole team of friends.
Oh oui, il nous faut toute une
Non, la garde du roi Lion est trop occupée à protéger la terre des lions des griffes de Scar. Mais c'est ton jour de chance, ils t'ont envoyé Timon.
Merci les amis de lui avoir montré la voie.
The Dream Factory can make your dreams come true. Oui, la fabrique de rêves a le pouvoir de réaliser nos rêves. If we all help each other believe, il faut juste y croire. Ensemble.
The next show was in the Animagique Theater, and this was for Mickey and the Magician. This show was, again, super fun and super original, but this one specifically said that I could not film during the show. It was a massive theater and a beautiful set, but really just kind of showed that the stage shows here are no comparison to the ones that we have in Florida. These shows were just absolutely incredible. As for the last ride of the day for Disney Studios Park, we did split up. Hannah went to go ride Spider-Man Web Slingers again, while I went to ride the Tower of Terror. And I really wanted to see how much different this was compared to the Florida version. And it really was very similar as far as the queue goes, but the ride itself was completely different. It really didn't focus on all 5 ghosts. It really just focused on the little girl, which is kind of wild to see. But really enjoyed this ride, super fun. I feel like this was probably a little bit scarier, a little more intense than the Florida version, but really enjoyed it. And after finishing up at Walt Disney Studios Park, we hopped over to Disneyland Park to finish out the evening. And when we arrived, it was raining a bit, so we avoided the rain before heading over to Tomorrowland to see a beautiful rainbow, which is just kind of a nice cap for the evening. Then we headed over to get dinner, so we tried out Casa de Coco, which is a new restaurant in Frontierland themed to the movie Coco, and here we tried a chicken burrito and a side of onion rings. This was €17.50 total, and honestly, the burrito was decent. It was better than Pecos Bill's. The onion rings would probably skip for next time. And after dinner, we were able to squeeze in one ride before having to grab a spot for the drone show and fireworks show. So, of course, we headed over to It's a Small World. And after It's a Small World, it was time to grab a spot for the beautiful show, Disney Electrical Sky Parade.
En 1992, une parade magique célébrant l'héritage de Walt Disney prenait vie en apportant de la joie et de l'imagination pour illuminer nos cœurs. In 1992, a magical parade celebrating the legacy of Walt Disney sparkled to life, bringing joy and imagination to shine into our hearts. Aujourd'hui, la parade revient. Today, the parade returns.
Disneyland Paris est fier de vous présenter son extraordinaire festival de magie nocturne et d'enchantement. Dans une féerie de milliers de lumières, sur une visite électro-sainte et magnétique. The Disney Electrical Sky Parade.
And after the wonderful drone show, we decided to stay in our same spot for the Disney Dreams Fireworks Spectacular.
Et maintenant, laissez-vous emporter dans le monde fantastique des rêves. And now, Disney Dreams.
La magie de la deuxième étoile peut nous faire voyager au travers de nos rêves.
Wendy, it's time to fly into a world of adventure, to places beyond your wildest dreams. All we need is faith and trust. Oh, and a little bit of dust. Pixie dust.
Avec la poussière d'étoiles.
Hey, Tinkerbell, where are you?
Clochette.
We need you, Tink.
Clochette.
Tinkerbell. Tinkerbell? Hey, Shadow! Come back here!
Peter! Ton ombre s'est échappée! Oh, Peter!
Gotcha! Now look what you've done! All the magic's spilling out! Come back! I hope you know what you're in.
C'est la fête, c'est la fête, service garanti impec. Mettez votre petite bavette, chérie, et nous, on veille au reste. Plat du jour et votre, ici on sert à toute heure. Cuisine au beurre, c'est la meilleure. Et croyez-moi, je suis connaisseur. Tout le monde chante, tout le monde danse. Oui, mademoiselle, ça, c'est la France. Un bon dîner, ça vaut mieux qu'un coup de trompette. Prenez donc le menu, et quand vous l'aurez lu, on fera la fête, ce sera chouette, Malinette. il semblerait que tu sois pris au piège. Bienvenue à Paris, mon cher. La plus belle ville. Ne reste pas coincé dans ta bulle. Il est temps d'en sortir et de goûter à la vie.
Thank you for choosing Magic Carpet for all your travel needs. Don't stand until the rug has come to a complete stop. Thank you. Goodbye now. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Okay, so we are back in the room after a very full day today.
Long day.
Started early, came back late, but completed Disney Studios Park. What was your favorite ride of the day there?
I feel like probably Web Slingers was
Yeah.
the most fun and unique for us since we don't have Avengers Campus in Orlando.
Yeah, I would agree. I know Web Slingers is the same as in California. Same ride here that is in California. But it was so cool to see all the French aspects to the queue with the signs, and then kind of Tom Holland's part being in French with subtitles, which was fun to have that.
That was helpful.
It was very helpful. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. I will say that Tower of Terror is very different. I think I still like Orlando's better. But
I didn't do it.
yeah.
I did Web Slingers again. So.
But it was still fun. And then Flight Force is basically Rock and Roller Coaster that we have in Orlando, but with a theming for Avengers with Tony Stark and Captain Marvel.
In general, I think the Avengers Campus section of the park was super cool. We really liked seeing the characters roam around and do different things. When we were eating at PYM Kitchen, which would recommend, I feel like that was
a really good
It was
meal.
better than the meal we had last night.
Yes, for sure.
So, but Doctor Strange, we were seated by the window and Doctor Strange peeked in. And I went, and you like
terrified me.
Scared Robbie. But it turned into a character meal at PYM Kitchen.
Yeah.
But really enjoyed PYM Kitchen. We liked the jambalaya, the chicken legs, the fried cauliflower.
The desserts were good, but the desserts were better at downtown.
But overall, I think
Overall, by far, PYM Kitchen was better.
Yeah.
For sure. And I will say for Disney Studios Park, the shows
Yeah.
put Disney World to shame.
Yeah. I was gonna say, like, Web Slingers was the favorite attraction, but, like, if we are not counting rides, it was the shows.
Yeah.
They were super fun.
Disney Junior Dream Factory and Mickey and the Magician.
I think the Dream Factory was my favorite.
Okay.
It was really tight, really fun. They both also had interpretation, sign language interpretation. And I thought it was integrated really seamlessly into the Dream Factory show and not in the Magician show.
Yeah, he was just kind of there.
And sometimes he would disappear. And sometimes he was just standing there, it looked like. So, but I thought that was a really nice inclusive touch and very fun to see the differences in ASL and, I guess,
European SL?
or French sign language? I don't know.
Not sure. But yeah, that was really fun. And then after Disney Studios Park, hopped back over to Disneyland Park to just close out the evening with some fireworks because Disney Studios does not have any evening shows. So
We ate a Costa de Coco.
we did.
Skip the onion rings. You only got 5 for €5. Don't get it. The chicken burrito was edible.
Yes.
It was fine.
Yeah, not outstanding, but better than Pecos Bills.
Yeah.
Not a fan of Pecos Bills in Orlando. This was better than Pecos Bills. I will say that.
Then we did Small World again because it was 5-minute wait. And then hunker down with a spot for the fireworks. And boy howdy, it was cray.
Yeah. We got there at 10 o'clock. The drone show starts at 10:50, fireworks at 11. It was packed. We were on the Main Street side of the hub. And it was just packed full of people.
Oh yeah.
So get there early if you want a spot.
Yeah.
And if you don't care too much about being close, try to stay back. Because
People just push and shove and step on you, sit on you, whack you with bags. It's just, personal space is definitely not the same in Europe as it is in America. And I know things get crazy at Disney World around fireworks time too, but this was like nothing I've ever experienced for sure.
One of the biggest changes was the cast members were not really making a path and saying, like, keep the path clear for walking and stuff.
In general, cast members were absent.
Yeah.
I think once we made it to the hub, I didn't see a single cast member.
No.
And so there were people like climbing over the barricades and getting on the stairs up to the stages. So it just, I mean, I'm sure, I know they're in my pictures, but, which isn't the end of the world, but it's just like, one, that's a safety hazard. Two, it's not kind or nice or fair to the people who got there so early and staked out good spots and everything.
Right.
And it's just like this general, we've seen some general disregard for the rules here in Disneyland Paris, which we can talk about another time because it's almost midnight.
Right.
It was still a wonderful day.
Yes.
Just very exhausting day.
Very much so. Loved the drone show.
Yes.
That was another level. The fireworks would skip. Mostly projections, then a couple like streamer fireworks, no big booms. So that, I would say Disney World wins with fireworks, but the drone show was unbelievable.
I have 0 steps for today because it's after midnight, but I have 21,660 steps for 2 parks that are smaller than Disney World.
And next to each other.
And next to each other.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Very full day. Tomorrow we have planned just Disneyland Park again, fully getting through the rest of the rides there that we have not done yet.
Getting our must-dos done.
Right. So, looking forward to that, kind of giving Disneyland its fair...
Full Disneyland day.
Yeah.
Instead of our weird little partials that we've been doing.
Right. So, with that being said, since it is after midnight, that will do it for us today. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next time.
See you real soon.